Okay. Please tell me something's working. No. You don't hear the audio. Hmm? Hello, Elaine. How about that? Is that better? Is the sound okay? Sound check. 1, 2, 3. It says my mic is working, so I cannot tell. Sound is good? Okay. Not too loud in comparison to me. Hello, TGL. What am I going to play today? Just right. Okay, perfect. Okay, I'm gonna put away my keyboard now. I have a lot of technical difficulties today. I don't know. Oops. Things aren't going my way, it seems. So originally, since we finished Alice Mare last week, I was hoping to continue Atelier Ryza. But as you can see, yeah, when I came over to my parents' house, I did even plug in the controller, like both the controllers, to make sure that both controllers were charging. When I booted up the PS4, it turned on, but none of the controllers would connect, even after I plugged it in. So I was like, okay, well, I can't play Atelier Ryza now. It's like, yeah, so then I was like, okay, well, worst case scenario, we'll just do what we did before Alice Mare. Just do DJ Max instead. And then when I plugged in my DJ Max controller, that wasn't working either. I was like, what's going on? Why are none of my... Why is nothing working? And then so, yeah, I was tinkering around for a bit, and then I found my DJ Max configuration. Apparently I need to load it up each time I play, which seems a little bit weird, but whatever, I guess it works. So, and I was really afraid that nothing else was going to work, so I was just like, whatever, I'll just play DJ Max, otherwise it'll just be a quiet stream. And that's why I was checking the audio, because I was like, I can't check the audio when I'm minimized. So if someone says the sound's okay, then I'll just leave it. But if if it ends up being too loud, too quiet, just let me know. So, just right. That luck calendar starting the new year early? No, my luck calendar for next year is podium. I'm second on the ranking. I should be a very, very lucky duck next year. Universe is telling you you need a break, apparently. Should have scheduled my CPA exam next year or something. Since my luck ranking is second. Universe telling her to start wearing bubble wrap suit. I don't think I really need to, but yeah, apparently next year I'm supposed to be very, very lucky, so... Alright, let us start with a song. And I did... It looked like the songs weren't, like, scrolling through at first, so I was a little worried. But then, as soon as I started the song, apparently you can press the buttons at least, so I'm gonna try and see if it works. Otherwise, it'll be a quiet stream for me. Well, that's right, take advantage of next year. Yeah. Life is probably like working to give you hell for the rest of the year. And then next year you'll be some really, really lucky duck, so... Hopefully that is the case. What am I looking for? Let's do one that I'm familiar with. Unfortunately, I haven't done this one in a while. Nah, I don't really want to do this. Actually, let's do this one. This is probably my favorite song from the Classic Quiet edition, so... Are you taking the CPA exam again, Dino? No! I'd have to redo the program at this point. But I was just saying that... Oh, I forgot to turn off the... The fade away. This is not a good warm-up. Yeah, no. I was just joking around about how if I knew I was really lucky next year, I would have scheduled for me to write CPA next year. Get all whatever luck I can. Okay, well, if I fail this one, I can turn off the... Turn off the fade away. One of my coworkers in the department is planning on writing, I think, his CPA next year? His CPA exam next year, so... But I heard from CPA that they're going through another change again? And that they were removing the exam this time, so... Why aren't I failing? Yeah, they're removing this exam. See, this is what kind of pisses me off about the... okay, wait, let me... I just realized I missed some messages. Is it worth redoing the program? That's what I'm kind of debating on, like... More money and recognition would be nice, but to be honest, I don't really need it for my job currently. It's not really necessary. Because my boss doesn't have her CPA either, so... Depends on how badly I want to put myself through that hell. And honestly, it was so traumatic. The times, the one time, or the few times that I've written it actually, so I would rather not go through that again. Your previous exam experience was interesting. Yeah! The worst one I think was the 2019 one? The one where they held us all hostage in the exam room. That was really bad. That was actually really bad. I was surprised if you what? I was surprised that you were gonna if you were. Oh no, it was more of a joke, cause you know, I needed all the luck that I could get with an exam like that, so. Ooh, can wait then. Removing exams? Suspicious, what could that mean? See? Yeah, okay, now I remember. It kind of pisses me off, because I think I told you the history of CPA Canada, right? Like, originally in Alberta, there were 3 designations. There was CA, CMA, and CGA. And then they realized, hey, everywhere in the world only has 1 designation, which is CPA. So they're going to combine all 3 and then make it, you know, 1. But the thing is that they didn't do it, like, they didn't do a very good job. So when they implemented it around the time that I finished, like, school, it was pretty chaotic because they didn't even know what they want, right? They were still trying to fix or change things over to the new program, and it wasn't like a smooth transition at all. And technically, CPA Canada is supposed to be like, you know, all of Canada. But we're actually separated within CPA Canada. We're also like separated under different provinces. So BC has like their CPA BC, Alberta has their CPA Alberta, Quebec has their CPA Quebec, Ontario has, you know, like, so each province has kind of has its own thing. So they're not really unified except for like, you know, the exams, which I can understand. But it was not a smooth transition at all because they had really poor communication with each of the provinces. And from what I remember, I think it was like this year? Either this year or last year, CPA Ontario and Quebec were so tired of the CPA Canada's shit that they decided that they were going to leave CPA Canada. Which is kind of like, Ontario makes up a whole lot of us CPAs. So it's pretty bad when Ontario is like coming out, because CPA Canada was like, yeah, we're getting rid of the exam because we don't really need it. And then CPA Ontario is like, oh hell no. And then yeah, Quebec is also leaving as well too. So it's not really a CPA like uniform designation anymore. It's just like, yeah, until they solidify something and actually make it like, you know, not run by a bunch of monkeys. Yeah, I'm not gonna even step foot into CPA. Pushing those exam experiences to the back of your mind. Yeah, it was so bad. Like, I think I told you before, right? It was like a hostage situation. Before, they used to have all the reference materials like downloaded onto your computer. So then you can reference it during the exams, right? And then during that year, they're like, no, we're not going to let you download it onto your computer anymore. You're gonna access it through the cloud. And I'm just saying this from like the Edmonton location standpoint. There were 400 writers. They wanted all 400 of us to connect to the same Wi-Fi. I think you can expect what would happen. They were not built to handle 400 people connected at the same time. Not only that, but no one could actually log in properly as a result either. Until we waited for... Because the exams are about... for that day, I think it was like 5 hours. It was 5 hours for the exam. But Ontario and Quebec are 2 hours ahead of us. So by the time we started, they would have still been writing because they're 2 hours into the exam. And then so because everyone's logged in out east, we couldn't get in at all to use the reference materials. And they wanted us to write it like that. Well, originally they were like, okay, we'll just delay it. But you weren't allowed to leave the exam room, of course. So we were there from like 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. just waiting to be able to write the exam. Which by then you're already like hungry, you're tired. That's almost like a full day. And you couldn't even leave or anything. Like you could text like your loved ones and be like, oh, I can't pick up the kids today. Or, oh, like I'll be late coming home or something like that, right? But to make us like wait until 2 p.m. without like anything, that was really bad. I mean, they gave us like coffee and cookies, but they should have provided like free lunch or something. I don't know. It was rather ridiculous, and I don't agree with how they had treated us exam writers too, because a lot of us were like pretty pissed off, right? And they like were yelling at us because they didn't know like what was going on. Like they didn't get any like communications from the head office or the headquarters. Because headquarters was busy like, trying to figure out how to get the rest of Canada connected. Yeah, it was pretty bad. What else was there? Yeah, that was pretty bad. So it felt like a hostage situation because one, you couldn't leave. Two, aside from like muffins and coffee, you couldn't really, have anything. Right? I think that one takes the cake. I've never heard of it happening before. Yeah, what makes me pissed off even more is that I thought it was only published in one article. But I feel like it should have been blown up, like, on CTV News or something like that. It should have blown up, like, much, much bigger. And I thought there was, like, a group that was actually trying to sue CPA Canada for that. But I don't think any lawsuit took place. But it was pretty ridiculous either way. You would think that everything would be more organized and uniform since it's one big exam. Oh yeah, but it wasn't. The thing is that it wasn't. It was a gong show from the start. Like, whenever they implemented something new, they didn't put any thought into it. They're like, we're just gonna do it. Just like the whole like, accessing it on the cloud thing. What else is there? Oh, there was one, it wasn't like the big exam, but it was like a small module exam. We had to use our own computers. And then so it was pretty funny because at the very start of our exams, we all had to line up against the wall. And then each of the exam proctors would go around checking our computers and then putting in the password in order to get into the exam. But it was so ridiculous because it's like they're making all of us like stand against the wall like we were like bad or something. It was like kindergarten all over again. And they were like mean as well too. Because they're like, oh, like what is this? Blah blah blah. And it's like, that's just my background. I don't know what you want me to say. Just because it has text in the background doesn't mean it's anything related to the exam. And you can't even see the desktop when you're in the exam program anyway. So yeah, it was not a very good experience. And anyone who honestly, anyone who hypes up the CPA designation, they probably got it before CPA was actually a thing. I haven't actually heard anyone say good things about CPA, or at least not in my year. So they should really supply their own computers. They used to. I think... I forget which designation it was. Yeah, they used to supply their own computers. But they don't, because they're cheap asses. Like, we pay $3,000 for the exam. And yet, they do this. There must be so many applicants. Yeah, but that's not what the point. You just need like a computer for them to... Yeah, it's $3,000 for 3 days. 4 hours on day 1. 5 hours on day 2. 4 hours on day 3. Or something like that. Where does the money go? Because that's per person. Exactly. Do you see why I get so pissed off? It's not only the money issue. It's like they're not respectful. They're not like, it's literally clowns running the business, the organization. It's no wonder that CPA Ontario and CPA Quebec left. Because they're like, we're tired of this. That's worse than our college. Yeah. Yeah, it's so ridiculous. I don't even know. In retrospect, I shouldn't have probably tried for CPA that year. I should have just waited until, like, they abolished the exam and, like, figured this shit out. Because it's so embarrassing. I was talking to a couple other people who were around my year, I think it was, and then they're like, yeah, they're just gorillas. They have no idea what they want. They have no idea what they're doing. Anyways, that was my CPA rant. Sorry. That's why I haven't played anything. Because I'm so furious just thinking about it. Hopefully the change will bring better. Will be better. Hopefully. Hopefully. But I'm not hopeful at this point. But I'm also thankful that my company doesn't require us to get our CPA. So that helps a lot. So I'm not like, yeah, more money would be nice, but it's not like, oh, I absolutely need it for my job. I mean, if my coworker ends up getting his CPA, then whenever I need, like, CPA level, what's that word? Advice, I could always go to him. But technically I have the knowledge as well, I just don't have the actual certification, like, on paper. But I've gone through all the training. And I have all the reference materials. So... yeah... I know there are some companies that require you to get your designation. I don't know if I ever mentioned it on stream, but one of my friends actually got fired from his company because he failed the final exam. Oh no, it's a giant block of text! I can't read a giant block of text while I'm playing this. Actually, I've never seen this chart before, so it is a bit more concentrating on it does make me want to play MapleStory again, though. But I can only handle one MMO at a time. And currently that's Blue Protocol. Wow, my accuracy is really bad today. I'm like hitting 80s. Actually, I managed to hit 92% this time. Credentials. Actually, that reminds me of how bad the federal government is too. I get my tax refund and EI direct deposited, but somehow not the child benefit. And I can't add it to my online account either without getting rid of my direct deposit information. Oh, that's so weird. So I called them and they couldn't do anything either. Just told me if I remove the info and re-add, I can't re-add until a month later. Oh. Could they send a check though? I guess, yeah. That could be an option. But yeah, that is weird. It could be like different departments too. I don't know. I do hear from some people who worked for the government before, everything's quite chaotic. So, not chaotic, archaic. When they find a system that works, they don't ever change it or try to make it better. If it works, don't touch it, is what I hear. So it's quite frustrating being, yeah, having to deal with the government in that sense. Everything's so archaic. Always so reliable, the government. I know, right? Yeah, credentials are only credentials. It's all about experience. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's why I'm like, I don't really feel the need to get my designation. Like, it's always nice having like letters behind your name, but I don't know. Honestly, at this point, if I do go for more credentials, I'll probably get like, I don't know, MBA or something. Maybe not. I don't want to go through more school. I don't know. Or not like official classes. Yeah, who am I paying? Maple Story would be fun, right? I did hear that there was something called Maple Story Challenger or Reboot or something like that. I think it's like a throwback to the old Maple Story. So, that could be fun going back to it. Isn't EI supposed to be if you become unemployed? I know there's medical EI, but isn't that what you're getting? Oh, I think the EI... I don't know how it works with maternity leaves though. Because I know if I'm on the... one of the government programs when we have a recession, like an economic recession, the government program that I have is called Workshare, and it also uses like a type of EI. So it's basically EI paying us, even though like it's through a different government program. Same with when we had the pandemic as well. Like we were on the same program, but then it rolled over to CERB because they're like, well, there's no point having two different programs, might as well just roll it together. And then it was quite chaotic after the fact. I heard they were bringing back the OG Maple Story back, but that was a while ago. I honestly didn't know they closed that down. Yeah, I don't think they would. I don't know. I think they still have like current Maple Story, but they probably have like reboots back to like the old versions that are like less story and class based, is my guess. But what do I know? I haven't really been following it that much. Oh, this one's another Maple Story one. I don't know this one. Yeah, I've been getting checks, but they included a, hey, did you know you can sign up for direct deposit? And I was like, I know. Yeah, still checks. Yeah, I know EI is like technically for if you're not working, but what people don't realize, it's also for any interruptions in your wages. That's why a lot of the government programs kind of roll into EI as well. Because when you're through the program, you've had some sort of interruption in your earnings. And that's why it's kind of like part of EI, even though it's not like, you know, you're unemployed. You've just had an interruption. And that's why, like, no matter where we work, we always end up paying for the CPP and EI. Well, the EI portion, rather. Because they're like, oh, hey, anytime you can't, then we'll just pay you back through that. And then they just bank on the fact that everyone doesn't take it at the same time, because then they'd run out of money. Which is why it was so chaotic when the pandemic happened, because it was like the government were just paying out to anyone who just applied. And then later they were checking to make sure that people who did apply or did get it end up qualifying for it as well. Yeah, still checks. Yeah, maternity leave is EI paid. Yes. Our cake. Well, obviously, because they don't want to pay consultants for a new program. That's probably a big part of it. Yeah, that's true. But it also makes it kind of confusing too. Yeah, you're probably right. Yep. So, yeah. Yeah, so EI isn't just for people who are unemployed. It's just any interruption, like, you know, going on parental leave, even reduced hours based off of, you know, economic downturn. Yeah. Getting unemployed when it wasn't your fault. Or rather, when you're not at fault. Which is different from being fired, by the way. People seem to use let go and lay off as the same thing. But the meaning is actually quite different. And when you fill out the record of employments, that difference is going to make a huge difference to whether you'll be able to claim EI or not. So, something to keep in mind. Yeah, you might not see it from the manager level TGL, but like HR probably deals with it. Depends. So that's why you have to be really careful. Lay off means it's not at the fault of the employee that you kind of let them go. You let lay off. So if it was like something like you don't have the work for them and that's why you have to lay them off, like it's not the employee's fault. So they can claim EI through that. So when you submit, like, you know, the reasoning to HR or whoever deals with it, you have to make it clear that it's lay off, so then they can claim EI. Now, let go is the same as being fired. So if you tell, yeah, the HR or whoever is in charge that that person's been let go, they won't be able to claim EI because it's essentially the same as being fired. So that distinction is really important, because when they fill out the record of employment later on to submit it to the government, depending on what is submitted, the government then decides whether they pay them EI or not. And if the employer ends up screwing up and setting a layoff as a let go, then yeah, that person won't be able to claim EI at all. So it's very important to make that distinction. I know, it's only a few, it sounds like it's only a few letters and it's very like, you know, it sounds about the same. But yeah. Oh, yep, if you get fired, you don't get EI. I know that, right? Yeah. But then everyone uses like lay off and let go interchangeably, so then it's like it's kind of scary what someone might file if they didn't know any better. Like sometimes when I talk to people and then they're like, oh yeah, I got let go, and I was like, oh, how come? And then they'll be like, oh, there wasn't enough work for me, or yeah, like they're trying to downsize on the department. And then I'm like, oh, then you mean lay off. And then they're like, no, it's the same thing. And I was like, no, it's not. Trust me, I used to fill out those forms when I used to work at a part-time IT company. And yeah, it was really important to make that distinction because otherwise they won't be able to claim EI. So yeah, the more you know. Sorry, the topics all today have been really, really like heated. Is heated the right word? Maybe not heated. A bit more serious than it usually is. I have no idea what I'm watching, but they seem cute. Probably from DJ Max Respect, like an original song. Yay, max combo! Oh, that makes sense. That's a big headache if it happens. Yeah, imagine if you got laid off and then they submitted a form saying you were let go. That would be awful. I know sometimes if if there's like some scenarios where you were let go, so you were fired, and then the company is really nice and let you like collect your EI. They just don't want to deal with you anymore. Then they could file it as layoff. Like if they're really nice about it, but yeah, no. It doesn't always work that way. Yeah, and sometimes people set it as layoff anyway. Because they don't want, like, if for whatever reason their next employer asks, oh, like what happened at your last job type thing. If they're like, oh, I got fired from my last job, then it doesn't look as good, right? So, not that the previous employer would care that much, but sometimes they could feel bad for the person, even though it was 100% that person's fault. Oh, but if you also put in the record of employment to the government, if you put that you laid off someone, if you ever try to hire some new people, because you basically laid them off saying that you didn't have enough work for them, and then you try to hire someone else afterwards, it looks very suspicious, by the way. They'll be like, well, didn't you just say that you didn't have the work? What are you doing now? Hiring someone else to do the work? That means you had the work. So, something to watch for if you ever have to deal with employees in a company. Oh, yeah. Like, I'm trying to remember the scenario exactly. I remember that scenario kind of came up. And it was because, like, I think they were trying to hire someone new that better fit that position. So they had to be careful not to, like, you know, set them up for something. Yeah, can't always be nice then. Yeah, that's true. Like, I'm sure if everyone was super nice, they would probably set it as layoff. But yeah, there are some other consequences too. You also don't want to look suspicious. It's like you tell the government, oh, I don't have enough work, so that's why this person had to go. But then you hire someone like 2 days later. That that is unfortunately a red flag. So yeah, something to keep in mind. I do like the demo songs. They're very nice. Even though this is only like a 2 difficulty song. Awesome! Stage clear. Nice. Thank you. Yeah, that one's not too difficult, so it's not too bad. Oh, I did like electronics. I haven't done this one. In this game, at least. I used to play DJ Max on the PSP, and Classify Edition was probably my favorite. All the songs there were really good. Even though a lot of people complained saying that it was like DJ Max easy mode. because there's 2 button modes. But I think I just preferred the song mostly there. Oh no, I broke my combo. So then when they had the song pack on DJ Max Respect, I was like, oh, gotta get it. Yeah, I still haven't picked up all the DJ Max DLC yet. There's still like big Technica ones. I think I picked up Black Square and the 3, which were also some of my favorites. Anyways, have you guys been playing any games lately? I know TGL's probably super busy. And I know you've been playing Bendy and... weren't you playing another one? It might have been for a holiday stream. Valiant Hearts, I think it was. For Remembrance Day. I was playing Bendy for Halloween and decided to continue it. Oh, okay, okay. Did you end up getting the Humble Bundle then? It has the other 2 games. The other 2 Bendy games. I did see a Humble Bundle at one point. It was still available last week, but I don't know if it's available now. I think I set the font too small, I can't see that. Oh my goodness, I'm so bad at this. Oh nope, I got it free on Epic Games. Good, good. Valiant Hearts I will continue reserving for Remembrance Day, which means I'll continue to suck for the first 20 minutes. Oh, it's okay. It takes time to go back into it. Even me playing games every week, I forget. And I just try to remember the controls for the first 20 minutes of every week, so. I did get the game bundle with Persona 5 Golden. You did get the game bundle with Persona 5 Royal or Persona 4 Golden? 4 Golden or 5 Royal? mm. mm. Judges. I've been scouring the internet for the Mofu-san plush I couldn't buy. And now it's been skyrocketing in price, so I don't really have any hope of buying it online. And IG keeps bringing up the reels of other people and other countries getting them to mock me. Oh yeah! I found out that the Mofu-san keychains are so expensive. You might as well just like keep that money and buy an LV bag or something. Maybe Chanel even. The prices are so ridiculous for a keychain. Well dang, which one is it? The Karameko line for Mofu-san. My coworker is going to Japan in January, so I begged her to look in one store for me to see if they have it. So I begged. Oh. Didn't you say so I begged? Oh, I begged her. I see. Royal. Oh my god. Forgive me as I've permanently lost some grave matter. Oh, it's okay. It's the same for me. My brain's not screwed on like it normally is. My memory was not great to begin with. Fingers crossed, Elaine. La 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 la. Yeah. Yeah, no. I feel like it comes with age. I'm forgetting things a lot easier. Like, I have no idea where I put my hand blender. I feel like I moved it to the new house, or it's in T's basement. But I did check T's basement today and I did not find it. So I must have moved it to my house. And I still can't find it. And I was hoping to make gelato tomorrow. But I can't find it, so I'm currently borrowing my mom's hand blender. Hand mixer to make gelato. Mofu-san is quickly rising in popularity. Oh, yes, yes. Hi, T. We were just talking about Mofu-san and how Elaine should buy an LV bag instead. Because they're so expensive. Might as well make use of it. What happened to Ryza? Oh, if only you were there. Half an hour later. So you know how I charged not one, but 2 controllers? Apparently it's not connecting to the PS4 at all. And I'm using 2 cables to connect it either, or as well. So both controllers are not connecting, so I haven't been able to like do anything except for turn on the PS4, turn it off, and like eject and insert the game. I haven't been able to get past the press the PlayStation button to start. So, and then even like booting up DJ Max, I couldn't even get my Sound Voltex controller working at first either. It turns out you have to load the configuration each time you play it. So I was having trouble even with DJ Max. And that's why I sent the announcement too. Nothing's working! I'll be here sulking. So. And then instead, we were complaining about CPA, talking about EI, grown-up things. What else are we talking about? Mofu-san, we just talked about that very briefly. Yeah, so you didn't miss much. And I'm sure you've heard firsthand from all my complaints about CPA to understand how much I dislike that organization. Last note. No, there's no note. Oh. I guess I didn't hit a high score. What? Amazing. I don't even like LV. Yes, but it is an example. You can pick any other brand name. Chanel. You can take what was it? What was the other high-end one? There was another high-end one. Mofu Sand is an LV price. No, but it's getting there. I see. Mofu Sand and Zoff are doing eyeglasses collaboration, but they're too big for me. Why does Zoff keep doing this to me? I need smaller glasses. Adult topics. Oh, no kid frames? Of course not. Dio? Dior? Is Dior not a... I feel like it's like a perfume or skincare brand, is it not? Do they make handbags too? I don't know. I know nothing about luxury bags. I just know whichever ones the aunties like to carry around when they want to look rich. Dior is pretty high-end. Oh, okay. Lady Diana's iconic handbag is from Dior. Oh, okay. Lady D. I see, I see. Okay, yeah, I know nothing about handbags. I just know about what the old Asian ladies... Oh, Gucci! Gucci is the one I was thinking about, yeah. I was like, I remember there was like a 2-syllable one that was quite popular. Wait, I can't read this map. Oh! Should have turned up the speed a little more. I need more practice. Never give it up. I kind of wish they kept the old voices in and just made it like a part of the DLC. I did... Oh shoot. I did miss the voice. I was like... You need more practice. Never give it up. Oh yeah, I can't read this. What the heck? Oh, that's so bad. Oh... Ooh, 85%. Ah! This is worse than me cringing on Blue Stream earlier today. She wrote some Japanese on the screen in the wrong stroke order. And it was painful. It was so painful. And then I pointed it out and she wanted to throw me out the window. It was great. I assumed Dior was perfume. Oh, yes. I also thought it was perfume. Gucci is another one. I just know Dior perfume because I thought Natalie Portman was really pretty when she did an ad for it. You know when an ad is effective when? Ooh, I don't think I could do ham sing right now. I couldn't even read the last beat map. Here at the moment might be okay. Actually... do this one. Sure. You mean the beginning where she's running across the bridge in a red pink dress? No, it was a long time ago. Oh. Oh. There's so many good movies out. I really want to watch Wicked. I think tomorrow I'm going to like potato at home and then like rewatch the first movie on Blu-ray. So then I'll be ready for whenever we go watch Wicked, the second movie. And I think it was... I don't think it was today. I think it was yesterday. I was listening to Wicked's song to remind myself how amazing the music is and the story is and everything about Wicked is. So I'm pretty hyped up for Wicked. And I also recently rewatched Now You See Me 1 and 2. So then I can get ready for Now You See Me 3. Okay. Every time I look at that girl without paying too much attention, I keep thinking I'm looking at Pecora. Even though I know it's not. But my brain is fooling me. Because I'm distracted with the notes. And in the corner of my mind, I keep thinking I see Pecora. Even though it's just the hair color. Only. Wicked! Yeah, I know, right? Wicked's so good. Also, give me a second to report the spot. And Ben. There we go. If they have a sing-along showing, you should go. Oh, no, 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 no. I don't want to sing along to it, you see. I want to embrace and enjoy the movie for what it is. Oh, hi, Coffee! Yes. I want to watch the movie in its full glory first. And then if I want to sing along, I will sing along in my own home. with Joy Sound or something. I'm pretty sure it's on Joy Sound. I could be wrong. Yeah, it'd be fun to sing Wicked on Joy Sound, if anything. Yeah, we were just talking about Wicked and how I'm very hyped up to watch the movie. I don't know when, but I plan to rewatch the first movie. To get ready for the next part of the movie. Even though it came out last week and the theaters were probably like crazy busy. And I don't think we can go this weekend because T is out of town. But it would be fun to catch it in theaters. Do you guys remember Kart Rider? I did really miss how goofy it was though. I think after they killed MapleStory 2, they did release like a mobile version of Kart Rider. I think it was called Pop Kart or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. But I never did get into it. I miss like the original Kart Rider. They might have the Japanese version on Joy-san. Oh yeah, that's right. How good is my Japanese to read the Japanese on screen as I'm singing? Wicked. Hasn't it been out for a while? Oh, no, the second part came out last week. So the first part came out like last year, I think? Yeah, I think it was last year, maybe the year before that. But yeah, the second part, so like the second half of the story just came out last week. It's a 2-part movie, I think. So should be pretty exciting. And I'm still surprised. I didn't know. I think TGL said that she didn't read the books or watch the musical, if I remember correctly. You might have to remind me, TGL. I feel like we talked about it and I was so surprised. You have not? Okay. I thought so. You did watch the first movie? Oh, okay. I didn't even know there were 2 parts. Yeah, it was 2 parts. The story's quite long, actually. I would be surprised if they managed to cram it all in one movie. But yeah, the first movie was done really well. Yeah, I did read the book, but I don't think I finished it. And then apparently there's a sequel to that book too now. Wasn't released until much later, so I didn't know about the existence until like last year or the year before that. After I watched the first movie and I was like, what? There's a sequel to the book? And it's not part 2 of the movie. I don't know, we'll see. I do really like the songs in the musical, so it's really fun seeing the modern version of it in the movie. I don't remember the song being this long, actually. No, broke my combo. No longer max combo. Yeah. Yeah, so Wicked's out right now. Now You See Me 3 is out right now. Um, I haven't watched the second movie, but apparently Knives Out 3 um, will be out on Netflix. But they also, some theaters are also showing it in theaters as well. So that should be pretty fun. I did really like the first Knives Out. I have to watch the second one. We only watched it like a couple weeks ago. Whoa, 3? Yeah, Knives Out 3. Did you watch the first two? How are we doing for time? Oh, yeah, we can still do a few more. Sure, let's try this one actually. I heard this song. I for sure watched one. Oh, okay. Yeah. It is also another fun movie. Oops. I can't keep up. I should have probably chose the easier difficulty. I didn't think it was gonna be this bad. Shoot! Very good. I somehow passed it. I'm surprised I'm starting to get more in gallery though. I thought I unlocked a bunch of them. But I'm going through and I see that there's a lot of songs that I actually haven't played. Which is weird because I'm pretty sure I unlocked a good bunch of them. Good job. Thank you, thank you. It'll take a while until I can master Sin. Or Hamsin. Oh, right! This one's the one with the random intro in the beginning, and then you have to be ready. But at least it's not one of those ones where it's like it randomly speeds up during the song. I almost missed that first note. Grandpa gamer? What? Interesting. So now I can change my title? Is that what they're trying to say? How do I change it? Oh, not like that. Okay. I'll figure it out later. Maybe it's on this menu? Nope. Ah, here we go. Diet starts tomorrow. I mean, they're not wrong. I never noticed this. Can't focus. Good man. Come at me. Jack of all trades. Loner. Hard worker. What a bookworm. Grandpa game. Yes. I hate slow music. That one's also another one too. Okay. Yeah, let's go with this one. Now people can't judge me if I decide to go online. Is it this one? Nope. I wonder if there was one that I wanted to play. Oh! I think it was this one. I do really like this song. But I remember in the old DJ Max, the PC version, for some reason, the game would always freeze halfway through this song. And I'm always sad because I really like this song. But like, back on the old PC port of this game, or PC version of, I think it was called DJ Max Trilogy on PC, where you had to use a little dongle to authenticate that you own the game. And I remember it used to like pause, like freeze my computer halfway through the song, so I never was able to finish this song. But now I can, I think. I hope. Yeah, it used to freeze around this part of the song, and it used to annoy me because it would always do that. I even tried switching to 5 button, and 6 button, and 7 button, but it always froze at that point. There's probably something wrong with, yeah, either the video or... It might have been the song actually. Because I even tried turning off the video once. And for some reason, it always froze during that part. And I was like, I can't finish this song! I want to though. Max combo! What a crazy mix! Wow, 940,000 even. 94%. 1,999 combo. I just needed one more note for 2,000. What else is there? Wasn't Stalker. I think I really liked... I know Seeker is one of my favorites. I don't really feel like playing that today. I'm actually gonna go back and play Oblivion because Every time I play DJ Max, I need to at least do Oblivion. Yeah, I'm just gonna do easy mode today. Oblivion is the DJ Max song for me. No, I missed a note. It's also the song that's in all the games? Or at least a variation of it, if I remember correctly? I remember when I was playing it on DJ Max Portable 1. Or maybe it was 2. My most played song. I also really like the artwork as well too. Yay! Well, it was on easy mode, so shouldn't expect too much. Fail? Season 17 Muratsu version? Huh. You see, I haven't really been keeping up with this season achievement. What else can we do? Oh, here it is. The Portable 2 theme song. I also really like this song. Ah, flip phones. Those were the days. flips are kind of back to the trend again. I did really like how small flip phones were, and also how you could just close it up to kind of like protect the screen and the buttons. Whereas like now phones are like almost literal brick looking things. Although thinner than a brick. But I did miss having a flip phone. I did like opening and closing it a lot. And surprisingly, they didn't really have any hinge issues either. From what I remember. But yeah, it was a nice size. But yeah, I know Samsung has like a flip version now, and also a fold version of their phones. And it's a bit tempting, but yeah, not right now. I would rather get an AYN phone. No. Anyways, I think this is a good stopping point. I've been kind of checking the time to make sure I don't go too much over. Let me see if I can. Oh, perfect. Yeah, I can. Do this. All right. I still think the folds have to be such a bad idea. It has potential, but it can't be like, you know, for the people who are clumsy like me that often like drop our phones. Like, I do like the fact that you can like open it up and then you can kind of like extend the screen or even like multitask and stuff like that. But I feel like I could do that with like any other device really. Like I guess the AYN floor. Hint hint. Yeah. Yeah, the reason why I want that is because it's like a DS form factor, but then it's on Android. And you can utilize both screens. So you can like game on one screen and then like watch YouTube on another, or like look at a game guide or something like that. But if you think about it, I think I can also like, I don't know, can't you also kind of minimize windows and stuff on an iPad too? I don't think I've actually tried, but like you won't be able to fold it. But you can get like one of those cool screen covers and like, you know, protect the screen. I don't know. I do really like my iPad though. Anyways, I think this is a good stopping point. So, yeah, I'll have to figure out how to fix the PS4 issue. I don't know why it's not connecting to my controllers. I have to try and repair it and see if that helps. But I was really looking forward to Atelier Rises, so if I manage to get it working next week, we will play that. Otherwise, I will have a backup game ready that isn't DJ Max. So, as for announcements, T will not be streaming this week. On Saturday, she will be busy. I think if TGL's not too busy, I think she will be playing Bendy on Sunday. Or maybe it's Monday. I think it's Sunday. I could be wrong. And then yeah, if everything goes well, Atelier Ryza on Tuesday. Otherwise, we'll think of something. We'll definitely think of something. So anyways, thanks for tuning in and sorry about all the scuff. I was hoping that it would be fixed, but I guess not. Things don't turn out the way that it should turn out. So, anyways, have a good night, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we will see you guys next week. Bye.